Ladies and gentlemen, right now in Zimbabwe, two voices are speaking, and both voices are from Zanu PF, Rutenda Matinyarare and Maponga. At first glance, they sound different, almost like they are on opposite sides. But here's where it gets interesting, because if you listen carefully, both roads, no matter how different, seem to lead to the same destination. And that's where this theory becomes dangerous. Now, let's start with Matinyarare. Matinyarare comes in like a whistleblower. He talks like someone exposing the system from inside. He criticizes Mnangagwa directly, says performance is weak, suggests people are unhappy, warns that things could collapse, and says the president, at best, has been mediocre. To the ordinary person, this sounds like this government is failing. Something must change. Now, pause there. Because in theory, that message is not just criticism. It's the first push. It plants doubt. It makes people lose confidence in current leadership. It prepares the ground. Now, switch to Maponga. Completely different energy. Maponga doesn't just attack. Remember Maponga is not even interested in democracy, anything called democracy. He is against democracy. He sounds like someone giving advice, almost like a strategist. He says, yes, things have been done, but not enough. Yes, progress exists, but agency is needed. Yes, leadership must act, but also exit properly. To the ordinary person, this sounds like the leader must fix things quickly and then step aside. Not rebellion, not chaos, but a controlled transition. Now, here is where the conspiracy theory connects the dots. Two different messages, two different styles, but look at the outcome they both point to. Matinyarare weakens confidence in the current leader. Maponga prepares the idea that the leader should leave. Different roads, same direction. And once that happens, the question becomes if the current leader is weak and must eventually step aside, then who comes next? That's where the theory introduces the name that sits quietly in the background and who is probably bankrolling both narratives to achieve one goal. Kudakwashitagwire. Not shouting, not attacking, not in the chaos, just present. Now, think about it like this simple example. If you are watching a football team, one commentator says the coach is failing. Another says the coach should finish this season and live properly. Different opinions, but both are preparing you for the same thing. A new coach is coming. That's exactly how this theory frames the situation. Matinyarare creates pressure from below. Maponga creates acceptance from above. And in between, the space opens up. A gap forms. And in politics, a gap never stays empty. Someone always fills it. Now, according to the theory, that someone is already positioned, already connected, already powerful, already rich. So, by the time the public realizes what's happening, it doesn't feel like a takeover. It feels like a natural transition. Like, maybe this is the next logical step. And that's how power moves quietly. Not by force, but by making people accept it before it ever happens. But now, let's bring it back to reality because this is where we must be honest. The entire connection, this idea that Matinyarare is pushing one side, Maponga is pushing another, and both are secretly leading to one outcome, has no confirmed evidence tying it together. What we are seeing is two influential voices speaking during the same tense period with messages that can be interpreted in a similar direction, and from that, a bigger story is being built. So, is it possible? Yes. Politics is full of strategy. Narratives can be shaped. Transitions can be prepared quietly. But is it proven? No. And that's the key. Because what makes this theory powerful is not that it is confirmed. It's that it's easy to understand and easy to believe. especially in a system where people already suspect that the real decisions are made behind the scenes. So in the end, you have two voices, two messages, two styles, but one interpretation that people are running with. No matter what path is taken, the destination has already been decided, and that is why this theory is spreading so fast. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want more breakdowns that take complex political narratives and make them clear, simple, and impossible to ignore, subscribe to Zimwaves TV.
Nanga gwari muhomwe ya wikinero Ierari muhomwe ye chigananda Zanu iri muhomwe makuda kwashe Ona iri muhomwe ye zvigananda Unoitonga seiko nyikai Iwe uri homwe ye goronyera Unoitonga seiko Zimbabwe Iwe chiwe puche nunzva tunzva Nyika yedu yaenda kumawere Mutserendende uya wepanhanzva Padukuduku varakashi vanonyora Mamuona here wikinero wedu Pano nepano mazanu anoti Kuda kwashe tagwire yakapenga Unoitonga seiko nyikai Iwe uri momwe ye goronyera Unoitonga seiko Zimbabwe Iwe chiwe puche nunzva tunzva Nyika yedu yaenda kumawere Mutserendende uya wepanhanzva Nanga gwari muhomwe ya wikinero Iye ari muhomwe ye chigananda Zanu iri muhomwe makuda kwashe Ona iri muhomwe ye zvigananda Unoitonga seiko nyikai Iwe uri momwe ye goronyera Unoitonga seiko Zimbabwe Iwe chiwe puche nunzva tunzva Nyika yedu yaenda kumawere Mutserendende uya wepanhanzva Hande itese tese varida yasipora Tinovisa mnangagwa nezvigananda Uyai mose vechipinge nekwaseke Chigananda chetinetsa mu Zimbabwe Unoitonga seiko nyikai